Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the pre-stream stream. This is where the cool kids hang. We're going to pretend nothing else has happened so far this evening. We always plan to start at 8 o'clock. Oh my word! There's been shenanigans. I had internet problems at 7 o'clock. Managed to get the internet problems resolved enough to get the stream up and running, and then the knock-on effect of what I had to do to solve the problem, i.e., restart the router, is that Andy then had his stuff fall offline, and we had to help him through that as well. But we are all sorted now. If you've been following along on Twitter, you'll have seen that our internet has been solid for the last half hour or so. So fingers crossed, whatever was causing the problem before has been resolved by restarting everything. Router, PC, everything has been restarted. So we should be all good. Thank you for bearing with me, boys and girls. Right, I've got some thank yous from before. Because when I went live before, there were a few people who subbed and I didn't get a chance to say thank you. So, Ames, thank you for the sub. Mr. Jenkins, if these people are still here, thank you for subbing. Eva, thank you very much for the 500 bits as well. But we are all sorted now. We are all good. Finally, my word. And I did a vlog today as well. I mean, what more could you want on a Sunday? Eddie Effect, thank you very much for the 12 months, an entire year subscribed to the channel. Wonderful stuff. Kenny, I did see that you redeemed your points to check on your player, so once we get into the game at 8 o'clock, I'll check on your player. Well done on the subathon yesterday. Did I sleep well? I did sleep well. I slept from like 12:30 through to probably 9:30, 10 a.m. this morning. I got up. So yeah, I had a good old sleep. A lovely old sleep. In fact, talking of the subathon, I started to say this before and then had to disappear. Obviously, those of you who were around at midnight last night, which looking back at the stream stats, we had a massive spike of viewers. People obviously came back just before midnight to hear me talk about the 1st of May. We hit our highest concurrent viewers at like 3 minutes to midnight, as people just steamed back in to find out what I was saying. So I know a lot of you know what is happening on the 1st of May, and I did make it clear last night I didn't want it sharing. I've removed the VOD. It will be edited out of the YouTube version when that hits LOLLUJO live. I've deleted any clips that people took of it. And what I would ask those of you who do know about what's happening on the 1st of May, because there's bound to be some kind of out there who just decides they're going to tell everyone what's happening. So those of you who do know, or even those of you who don't know, what I'm asking you to do whenever I do the countdown or whenever I talk about it is to carry on completely randomly speculating like you were before. Rather than staying completely silent, just continue coming up with random things that might be happening. So if the truth does get leaked out by some Ed, it'll just be lost amongst a load of lies and no one will actually know what the truth is. So if you could play along and help me out with that, that would be awesome. It's not that it's a massive secret. Obviously I'm keeping it secret, but we don't have to. Everybody involved knows what's happening. But I just want to be able to do a big announcement on the 1st of May and do a big video on it and get a load of views and all that kind of stuff, you know. We want to start the new era off with a bang. So I don't want loads of people knowing what's going on in advance because it kind of dilutes the message. I shouldn't have told anybody last night. I got carried away in the hype of everything. Someone's asking about Dave Cam. Yes, we have Dave Cam. There you go. You can see my Manscaped shirt from another angle. In fact, you can see that on the back of my Manscaped shirt. Can we get around the back? Probably not. It does. It has the logo. Basically, it says balls on the back of my shirt in big letters. I love this company. I just want to do Manscaped promos forever. Love them. Hydrate. Did someone redeem Hydrate? Lots of people are saying Hydrate. I've only got half a can of Tango with me because I drank my coffee that I brought down here at 7 o'clock. I got a notification through to my watch. I panicked for a second. It was going to be Anna saying, no, it's all kicking off again. But we're all good. Right, let's jump into some Football Manager. The other thing I was supposed to say in the intro as well The reason is I've titled the stream last day of term is because this is going to be my last stream for a week. Anna starts 7 days or 7 nights of consecutive night shifts tomorrow. She's doing like 7 p.m. through to 7 a.m. from Monday all the way through to Sunday. It's the reason I'm not in the Streamer Showdown. And also means I can't stream at all because when I would normally be starting the streams, that's when I'd have to be driving Anna into work. And when I get back from dropping her off, I'm obviously the only adult here looking after Andy, so I can't stream then either. I know there has been times when she's done nights in the past where I've snuck in the odd afternoon stream here and there. I'm not going to promise that. It might happen. So if you see a random afternoon stream appear at some point in the next week, that's what that's all about. But I think it's safe to assume the next time I stream properly will be at 7 o'clock on Monday, the 26th of April. There we go. Right, let's get into some Football Manager, shall we? We got an awful lot done on the 14 hours that we streamed for yesterday. Thank you again to everyone who caused the subathon to last 14 hours. It was an absolutely insane day. I had loads of fun, and we practically doubled the number of subs we've got here on the channel, which is certainly a nice little difference maker when you know you're not going to be streaming for a week after you've just had 2 weeks off sick. And when you know what's happening on the 1st of May, it's a big help. So thank you. But also it meant that we got through loads of the save. We finished a season. We did a transfer window. And now we've started a new season where up until Manchester United played last night, we were top of the Premier League. We're the only unbeaten team left in the Premier League. Tabakaru is going from strength to strength. He's now worth 52 million and has no release clause. Last season, he got 35 from 38. This season, he's running at 15 goals from 12 games so far and a 7.87 in our new 4-2-4 formation that we're using. It's safe to say he's a very good player. It's good to see Liam Delap in there as second top scorer as well. Liam Delap scoring a goal a game, more than a goal a game for West Ham, where he's having a splendid time as well. He wasn't just a fluke in non-Nita Legend this year. But we have a football match to play. But before we play our football match, the board have requested a meeting to discuss increasing my transfer budget. We've only got 7 million in there at the moment. Those of you who were around yesterday afternoon will know we spent big in the summer just gone. We spent, what, from Oros down, so 25 plus 32, that's 57 and a half, 58, 59, like 99 million there, plus another 74. So 173 million we spent in the summer, and they want to give me more to spend in January. It's the 1st of December. How much more are you going to give me, board? Give me more money. They have given me an extra 23 million to spend. So we're going into January with another 31.5 million pounds, plus loads of wage budget spare as well. So safe to say we could bring in another player if we decide we need one. Although looking at the way our squad is now, I can't imagine what we'd bring in. It's a really, really solid squad. We'll just see if there's any superstars, I guess. That's a go and win in Europe money. Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, the last thing we did on the stream last night is finish top of our Europa League group. So we've gone straight through to the second knockout round by finishing top of our group. We've still got one game to play. We're away against Bayer Leverkusen in a couple of matches' time, but it's completely irrelevant. We've already won the group. So our focus from now all the way through until the second round of the Europa League, which is going to be late February, early March time, our focus is on the league. Let's get some league points on the board and hopefully see how far we can go. See if we can get into the Champions League for next year. Kenny asked for me to check his player. He redeemed that like an hour ago. Kenny, what's your player called? I've just tried. I need to know what Kenny Cage's player is called so I can actually check on him. Because Kenny Cage isn't there when I search for him. Kenny Gray. That's why I can't find him. Right. Kenny Gray. There he is. So he is a 24-year-old English right winger / striker. We'll scout him. He's on loan from Forest at Austin FC. So you were at Arsenal. Forest signed you for 185,000. Played most of a season in the Championship. but then kind of fell out of favour, and you're now on loan in the MLS, where you're knocking the goals in the MLS. So not doing disastrously out there in the MLS at the moment. So that's rather marvellous. Right, we're away against Leicester. Owen's redeemed as well, has he? We will have a look at you in a second then, Owen. Hold on a sec. I enjoyed the advert on the vlog earlier. Your balls will thank you. Yeah, your balls will thank you. Your balls will thank you. It says it on the t-shirt they sent me. I really enjoyed. I think you could tell. I really enjoyed making that brand spot, the ad spot for the vlog. Owen, you are at Celtic, 25-year-old former England under-21 international. You're at Celtic. You'd be good enough to be our backup left back if you came in. Went to Celtic from Chelsea after a couple of loans at various clubs. Yeah, when you get a brand who have got a good sense of humour, because they signed off on that ad, they loved it. It's a great brand as well. I'm using the ball deodorant right now, and I tell you what, I've been using it for like 3 or 4 days, longer than that. But the first day I used the ball deodorant, I think it was Monday, the day before we recorded that vlog. I've been using it every day. It's a difference maker, boys and girls. It's a difference maker. I still haven't worked out what the right circumstances to revive my balls is, but the deodorant is proper awesome. Beagles redeemed as well, did he? We're never going to play this game. Beagles. You are at Charlotte FC. So 24-year-old former England under-20 international. You were at Chelsea. Ended up going to Watford on a free. Didn't really get into the team there. You were probably hanging out with Kenny at Forest for a little while. And then you've also followed him out to the MLS. You two must be like big buddies. And you're at Charlotte FC, who I can't stand any of the Charlotte teams after what's been going on in Born in the USA. Charlotte teams make me sad. Right, so this is the team for the Leicester game. Let's just make sure that we've got everybody in. I'm surprised I actually remember and recognise all these players after yesterday. Because I think for the last couple of hours of the stream yesterday, I just went off the rails. Oh my word, it's all a blur from about 9:30, 10 o'clock onwards. Genuinely didn't expect to be doing the full 14 hours yesterday. But I'm very grateful that we did get to. It's very cool. Can't believe Alex Williams left home. I know. After he was hanging out in the stream yesterday as well. Calm as you like. Not mentioning it to anyone. He knew he'd gone. Spoilers, but you know, that video came out at 11 o'clock today. You've had the chance to watch it. Don't come into the stream expecting us not to talk about a video that came out 9 hours ago. That's why he came in gifting subs. His new Crystal Palace 40 grand a week salary. I believe I maxed out the timer. Well, thank you very much. Just watch the video. I was lucky. Or were you lucky or were you smart? I would say you're smart to watch the video before coming into the stream. If it had only come out like an hour ago, we wouldn't be spoiling it. But I think it's fair game when it's 9 hours. Oh, that's a good goal. A frustratingly good goal. Who do I want to win the Streamer Showdown? Who do I want to win the Streamer Showdown? Who's in it? I can't remember who's in it. Someone who's never won it before. I don't want anyone to start accumulating wins. I know Clates is going to be a very, very strong favourite because neither me or Zealand are in it, are we? So there's not really any competition for Clates. Are there any previous winners in it apart from Clates? Second yellow card's in it, isn't he? So Clates is going to be in a very, very strong position. But I don't know. I wouldn't be at all surprised if... I can't remember who's in it. Let's have a look who's in it. FM Showdown. Showdown? It was there a second ago. The FM Showdown? There you go. The FM Showdown. So, who's in it? Do we just... Is there a full list on here anywhere? Tell me they've posted a list. They must have posted... There you go, there's a list. So, Clates, Ben, Dupe, second yellow card, Work the Space, Chesnoid, Fox, Sweet Left Foot, Looney Hoon. I wouldn't be surprised to see Looney Hoon go in and just win it. That's probably the best result for me. Because I've got no previous with him, and it sets me up an opponent then. I've beaten all the rest of these. I'd like to see Looney Hoon win it, because then I can then it sets me up a new opponent if FNG continues to dodge me when I come back with a glorious return next season, hopefully. Right, we need to do better in this second half. We're going to go. This is the big fear. After we had such a good run yesterday, we've now closed the game, and the game knows. The game knows it's been closed, and it's going to punish me for it. And we're now going to go on a rotten run of form. Is this the first one Zed has missed? I don't think so. I'm sure he's missed them before. Sad Kev isn't in the showdown. I was looking forward to seeing him use Tony. I'm gutted I'm not in this one. This looks like a draft that would be right up my street. It's a real shame. Zealand's on the breakdown. Yeah. Oh, we're in here. We're in here. No. Just no. Has Tabakara won the Ballon d'Or yet? Not yet. He's only 19, 20 years old. I don't think he'll win it just yet. He probably won't win it while he's still playing for us. I imagine he'll leave this summer and go to Barcelona or somewhere. Then he'll just start winning it. Today's vlog is your best piece of vlog work ever. I mean, I know that's not true. It's a pretty rough around the edges. Haven't done this for a while. Clunky vlog. But thank you. Thank you for the kind words. But yeah, it's very clear I've not done it for a while. But then I have high standards, I guess. Right. Let's get Stevens on them. It's his first complete showdown miss. The first one he was on the lowdown. He's on the breakdown this time, so he's not missing it completely. Would you do a save in Brazil? No. Definitely not. Far too many games in a season in Brazil. I haven't got time for that. People wouldn't want 15 episode seasons. Progress would be too slow. But equally, I don't want to have to play 20 matches between episodes because I haven't got time for it. So those crazy South American leagues are just a no-go for... I mean, potentially on Twitch it's doable. But an absolute no-go for YouTube content, the South American leagues, with the crazy number of matches. The leagues being hard isn't a reason to put me off. The leagues being insanely structured is... We saw with Chivas last year. If things are too stupid, then it's stupid. I enjoyed those vlogs for me. It was the ad for Manscaping that made it for me. That's awesome. A lot of people have said that as well, and I love the delicious irony of it. It's the first vlog I've done in about 6 months, and people's favourite bit was the bit where I was sat at my desk. The thing people have been complaining about for months. Oh, dear. And would you believe I've had like 4 or 5 people complaining. Kev, you said you weren't going to do any more vlogs. Kev, you said you weren't going to do any more vlogs. This is a vlog. You said you weren't going to do any more vlogs. They got blocked. Just any excuse to complain. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, people love moaning. 19 games unbeaten we were. And then I mean, you're not telling me there's not something in it when you close the game and come back into it again. We go half a season unbeaten. And then first game back after like 17 hours, whatever it's been, we lose a match. Hideous. Adam 12 Tufka redeemed. Check his player. What's your player called, Adam? Seem to always lose a game before a Champions League game. Do we know what Adam's player is called? Adam Clark. Okay. Adam. No, not Calrick. No. There we go. Adam Clark. You are a 23-year-old. No, an 18-year-old. Where did I get 23 from? An 18-year-old Northern Irish under-19 international centre-back. Still only 5'10". You're at Charlton, and you've never played a game for them. There you go. Adam Clark, ladies and gentlemen. Would I do an England Euros national team? Probably. I'd be silly not to do something for the Euros, wouldn't I? So definitely going to be doing something around the Euros. And probably it will be managing England. Am I still going to stream till 10? No, we'll probably go through till 11 now. Don't have to be up early in the morning because Anna's on nights next week. So I'll have to be up early for the rest of the week to pick her up. But tomorrow I can sleep in till 8. How exciting. An 8 o'clock alarm. It's such a luxury those days I get an 8 o'clock alarm. I love it. An 8 o'clock alarm just means it's going to be a great day. 14 hours then. No. I do need to do them a bit more often though. Not just because it lines my pockets, but it's so much fun. Just loads of fun streaming for that amount of time. So I don't think it's going to be... I think it was 10 months since the previous one. I don't think it's going to be another 10-month gap before we do another subathon. Because it's just fun. And, I mean, the numbers don't lie. We averaged, like, 450 viewers for 14 hours. So, clearly, it catches people's attention as well, because we got nearly double our normal average viewers for the full stream. So clearly there's people like a long stream as well, more than just a normal it's just Kev streaming on a Sunday night, we know how this goes. But then I guess you have to find that balance between the novelty of it, which is dragging people in, and doing it too often and people being like, you do this 3 times a week. My alarm's usually your 11 a.m. video. That's awesome. Could you do it in the months you missed the showdown because of Anna's work? Potentially, that was the plan at the start of the year. It doesn't always work out that way, but we'll figure it out. It worked nicely this month because we moved Amy's weekends around a little bit because she came here for quite a lot of the Easter holidays, and then she wanted to go out with her friends yesterday, but she was due to be here. But we kind of just swapped everything around, so it kind of fell nicely that Anna wasn't at work and Amy wasn't here, and I actually had the time to do it. You're lucky I have to wake up at 5:30. I mean, most days my alarm is at 6. That's why I say an 8 a.m. alarm's a luxury, because most days it's 6. Because, like, for the next, with what's his face not in the team, we might drop back to this system for this game. Where is it? If I got rid of what we were doing previously, this is what we were doing previously. Settle back into that again. I think it's Diamores in. I think he's a better fit for the team than Stevens. I think we'll do that. Get Tabakara up on his own again. Yeah, that's why I say 8 o'clock's a luxury, because normally the alarm goes off at 6. And it's going to be 7 consecutive days of 6 o'clock alarms, because Anna's going to be finishing work at 7 a.m. every day. As an American, I'm all for you streaming more on the weekends. Awesome. Am I waiting until FNG's in the showdown? That's the kayfabe explanation, yes. Although, if he never comes back, I will come back. Don't worry. Might not be around to the end tonight. I'm back at work tomorrow. Didn't get any sleep till 7 a.m. this morning. Yikes. Oh, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Remember when we were good? Do I have to turn everything off again? Is there a Starbucks Costa for me on the way to Anna's work? They're not in that direction. The only drive-through coffee would be McDonald's. The only problem is if I go to McDonald's, Andy will want something and he doesn't understand they don't do burgers at 7 a.m. So my routine is up at 6, poo, shower, all that kind of stuff. Espresso thrown down my neck quickly with my handful of tablets that I take every day, and then do everything else when I get back. Do I think Dr. Benji will bottle another showdown? See, I think, I know bottle is part of his brand, but can you keep calling? That's like saying Burnley keep bottling winning the Premier League. Are Burnley really bottling winning the Premier League when no one thinks it's ever going to be possible for them to win it? I don't know if it's fair to say he's bottling the showdown. It's like saying Scotland are going to bottle the Euros this summer. Well, they're not. They're not going to win them, but when they don't win them, it's not going to be bottling it, is it? Because nobody expects them to win it. The car still is on the driveway, yes. Yeah, the car's still on the driveway, hidden. Oh, for goodness sake. In the States, they'll make burgers in the morning if you ask, but you got to wait. The explanation they always give here is that because they just, I don't know, perhaps they have more griddles in America, but because they use the same griddle for burgers as they do for the sausage patty things, they can't cross-contaminate the pork with the beef or something. That's the explanation. When I've asked, that's the explanation they've given. They can't cook the burgers because they're cooking sausage on there, and they can't cross-contaminate the two. Which I don't really understand how beef cross-contaminates pork. But it's easier to just not argue. Let's try this. It makes bork. Yeah, bork sounds delicious. When we beef, I don't know. Do I prefer bork or beef? I'm not sure. I know when we went to Disneyland, I keep every time I talk about it, I want to say last year, but of course it wasn't last year. It's almost 2 years ago now that we took the kids to Disneyland, which is mad. It's like 23 months ago. It was one of the last trips we went on anywhere, and it's so long ago. Oh, the world is so rubbish now. What was I saying? I was making a point. What was the point? Oh yeah, about McDonald's. We we mastered it when we went on the Eurotunnel for that, because we were on the first Eurotunnel of the day. So we had to check in at like 6 a.m. for the Eurotunnel, and breakfast starts I think breakfast starts at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. or something like that. Regardless, it was a 24-hour McDonald's. So we got there 5 minutes before the end of. It's 4 a.m. is it? So it must have been 4 a.m. we got there. So we would have got there at 5 to 4 in the morning, and we were able to order Andy's burgers. And then when they ticked over to the breakfast menu, we then ordered our breakfast. So they were like consecutive orders. We all got to eat at the same time. So Andy got to have his burgers, and we got to have our breakfasts. Because magically, there's no cross-contamination during the crossover period, I guess. We were geniuses, though. We beat the system. It's weird. Have you ever been to a McDonald's during the crossover between night menu and morning menu? You get a weird selection of people in there at that time of day. Cross-contamination on a hot grill. I know. Thoughts on the proposed Super League? I mean, football's gone, innit? It was already, you know, I haven't watched the Premier League for 10 years because it's all about money, and this just makes it even worse. If anything, for me, speaking as someone who only has interest in Peterborough now, it could be a net positive outcome for me, because if you get those buttholes out of the... What is going on? If you get the idiots out of the Premier League and make it a more level playing field up there because you've not got the super clubs, then it actually becomes a little bit more aspirational for the likes of us to go, we could get to that Premier League. So get those 6 idiots out of the way and just forget they exist. I won't need to know anything. I don't watch the Champions League. I don't need to know anything about this stupid Super League. I'll just pretend it doesn't exist. And it might actually reignite my interest in Premier League, which I have none at the moment. 0 interest in the Premier League. But I might actually be interested if you get all the money out of the way. But I can't see it happening anyway. McDonald's is horrible. Can't stand it. The only good thing at McDonald's is the breakfast. McDonald's breakfast. For a fast food breakfast, you can't really beat McDonald's. McMuffins are great. The burgers are horrible. I haven't had a McDonald's hamburger for years because they just don't taste of anything. They just taste of like salty leather. Lower league football would just die. Lower league football absolutely wouldn't die. Lower league football would thrive. The Super League would die. I genuinely believe they would break away, and before too long, the players would start to move. I mean, I don't know how many of you are well versed on your history of cricket, but something like this happened in cricket in like the 70s or 80s. I only know vaguely about it from hearing references to it, and it didn't last very long. And eventually everyone came back with their tails between their legs. If the players have got to choose between earning all their money for their Super League thing, which nobody's going to want to watch, or being able to play for a different club and be able to play international football, I think more players than you imagine wouldn't want to give up playing international football. You only need someone like, and I know Messi and Ronaldo probably aren't good examples because of their age, but all you need is one of them to say, well, actually, I quite like playing international football, so I'm going to leave Barcelona and I'm going to go and sign for Fulham, because then I can carry on playing for Portugal and I earn enough money, thanks. I don't need the extra. I earn plenty as it is. And I'm not saying everyone to do that. Obviously, a lot of people are mercenaries like me and would be motivated by the money. But it doesn't take many of the big stars to just refuse to be a part of it. And then it all falls apart. The whole idea of the Super League, it's just a TV competition, isn't it? You're not going to have fans be able to go home and away. Not real fans, anyway. Who's going to be able to fly across Europe every other week to go and watch the team away from home? It's going to kill it as an actual spectator sport for people in the ground. It's going to absolutely kill it. It's going to be franchise bobbins. It's going to be American sport. They just need the fans to turn the back on it and some of the players to turn the back on it. European Super League started, more people would start going to local clubs. Yeah, absolutely. Blimey. Who's he? Who's he? Coming up on my scout report. Would Kane not want to play for England anymore? I think not. Yeah, exactly. I'd stop supporting Man United. I think a lot of fans would. I know it's difficult to drop your football club, but if your football club turns its back, I mean, I'm lucky enough not to support one of those clubs. But let's say I was an Arsenal fan. If Arsenal turn their back on domestic football, I would quite easily, right, forget Arsenal. I'll go and be a Peterborough fan, or I'll go and be a Leicester fan, or, you know, Leicester's closer to my house, much closer to my house than any of those big clubs are. I'll go and be a Leicester fan. Because they didn't turn their back on football. It's just all very silly. And I just can't see it's going to happen, because once the clubs realise the consequences of it, I don't think they're going to risk it. God knows how Arsenal and Spurs have wangled their way into the Super League idea, because it's absolutely nothing to do with sporting performance and all about money. They're the 6 biggest clubs in the Premier League. They're not the 6 best teams in the Premier League, but they are the 6 biggest franchises, the biggest brands. And, I mean, this is a thing that they don't realise. Let's play devil's advocate for a minute. This is turning into American sport. They're franchises. So there's 6 permanent members from England. You've got Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, all in London. Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, all in that northwest squished together area. How long before the Super League commissioner decides we don't have a franchise in Poland? We're the European Super League. We don't need 3 franchises in London. We're going to move Chelsea to Poland. And what do Chelsea do then? They're then told, well, either you move to Poland or you're out. And the Premier League go, well, we ain't having you back. What's to stop that happening? Where is Tabakaru? Resting. Why am I resting both of my good strikers? What am I up to here? Seems like a terrible idea. Right. We're definitely going to lose this game because we're not playing either of our good strikers. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of clubs who have signed up are using it to try and wangle some kind of advantage for the Champions League. Oh, I imagine that it's definitely political, isn't it? It's all happened the day before the Champions League changes are being announced. They want to be able to dictate how the Champions League is going to look. So it's just a power play. That'll be the discussions that are being had. Look, we want the new Champions League to work exactly like this. If it doesn't, we're going to go away and do this. But yeah, I think if it's a 20-team European Super League, 6 teams based in England, I just don't see how long-term you have 3 teams in the same city. But no team in the Netherlands. No team in Portugal. It's not going to work, is it? That's not how franchises work. You spread them about a bit. FIFA have said they're not behind it, and yeah, well, FIFA have said any player who plays in it won't be able to play international football. Teams in Portugal and the Netherlands don't generate enough revenue. They won't be in it until they do. Well, that's it. But you don't need to worry about increasing the revenue of the teams in the Netherlands and Portugal. You just move Tottenham to Amsterdam. Because you don't need 3 franchises in London. You pick the 20 biggest brands and put them geographically where you want to put them. General question about what the FA said about the Super League. They basically said all teams who join it will be kicked out of domestic competition, but they don't really have control of the Premier League. So teams just end up being banned from the FA Cup. I mean, I imagine the Premier League will be all about kicking them out as well. Why would the Premier League want them still involved? Oh, we've run out of strikers. We always knew this was a risk. We have no strikers left. How has it come to this? We've got a lot of defenders because I keep buying them. There we go. I'll do this. Why have I done all that in the 28th minute? You lot have distracted me so much. I've just made all my substitutions in the 28th minute. It was all going so well. Maybe I didn't sleep for as long as I thought I did last night. No, that one was all on you. You distracted me. Those 3 players who've just been hauled off are going to be like, what the hell? What did we do? Oh, God. Imagine if we win now, though. Maybe that was the key to it. Could be a stroke of tactical genius. Yeah. Now they're on their toes. They don't know what I might do. He could do anything. He's just done a triple substitution in the 28th minute. Super League would end future non-league legends. No, it wouldn't. Because the Super League wouldn't be part of non-league legend. Super League would just be real football rather than franchise football. Surprised PSG are against it. I was reading somewhere, it might have been on Twitter, that the reason PSG are against it is because they're owned by the same people who were in bed with FIFA and got a World Cup in Qatar. So again, it's all political that PSG are against it because they're really intermingled with FIFA at the moment. Probably got told, you back this, you're not having the World Cup. PSG owner sits on the UEFA board. Oh, there you go then. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we need to worry too much about it. We are getting so many fitness problems this season. This adding in the Europa League is a big issue. We need a bigger squad. Breaking everybody. Go and have holidays, boys. Did I get a chance to see the Ben and Zed video? I haven't, no. Six English teams, 4 Italian teams. Who are the other 2 of the alleged 12? I thought Barcelona, Atletico and Real Madrid were all part of it. I thought it was them 3 plus Inter, Milan and Juventus. So that's 6 from there and then the 6 from the Premier League. Who's the 4th Italian team? I thought it was Juventus, Milan and Inter. And then the 3 Spanish teams. Yeah, it's Juve and the Milans. Because apparently it's a 20-team league, 15 permanent members, and then 5 who have to qualify each year. Is what I was reading. So I guess the idea is those 12 would be 12 of the 15 permanents, with the other permanents being PSG, Bayern, and Ajax, Porto, Dortmund. What happens if they don't qualify? The 15 permanent members don't have to qualify. They're just in. So you could be in a situation where Manchester City are permanent members of the Super League but get relegated from the Premier League. I mean, I know Bayern have come out and said they're against it now, but if it happens and the Champions League disappears because of it, I don't think they're going to refuse to get involved at some point. They might not push for it, but if it happens anyway, they're obviously going to be in it, aren't they? They're not going to refuse to play in it. Doesn't matter that the fans run the Bundesliga clubs. They're not going to... If it is the way football goes, they're not going to refuse to play in it. Yeah, as the Ben Hopkins brand says, Bayern and PSG say they're against it now, but if the money dries up from the Champions League, they'll join. Exactly. It's not even all about money for Bayern to decide to go in. There's the prestige as well. Do Bayern want to be seen as playing in the second tier tournament? If all of the top European clubs are playing in this Super League, you really think Bayern are going to go, you know what? We like it here in the second division. We don't. No, thanks for the offer of a permanent spot in this elite level of football. But nah, we'll not bother, thanks. Of course they're going to go for it. They can be against it now and still be a part of it if it happens. Right. Now we're finally playing Leverkusen and hopefully we'll stop being rubbish afterwards. That's the plan. Do we put the reserves out for this game? I guess we should rotate a little bit. Put some youth prospects in. No, that's crazy. There's no point. I mean, we've already qualified. You know what? We may as well do that. You can go there. Yeah, there you go. A rotated side. Points are at stake. Not my concern. I don't condone your gambling. I can see FIFA and UEFA leaning on TV companies, so it's harder for them to get a lucrative TV deal. That's the other thing. Yeah, they could Vince McMahon the whole situation. If, I mean, if Sky Sports, BT Sport, Amazon, whoever else are all told, well, you can, if you run the Super League, you're not having the Premier League, the Champions League, the World Cup. You're not having them. They'll just create their own TV channel. Yeah. But then again, they're relying on people paying for that. And if people, it depends if people will put their money where their mouth is, or the reverse, keep their money out of their mouth, the rascals. All the people who are furious on Twitter today need to actually refuse to watch it if it happens. and then it'll collapse, won't it? But the problem is, everyone talks a good game now. Well, we don't want it to happen, but when it does happen, oh, well, I'm going to watch every game. I'm a Man United fan. I'm going to watch every game and cheer us on and celebrate. I'm going to lord it over everybody when we win it. I mean, I was very young when the Premier League was formed, and I've never really understood why that was a big deal, because for me, looking back on history, it just kind of feels like they changed the name of the First Division. What actually changed? It was a breakaway. Yeah, but it's still out on top of the football pyramid, isn't it? They sold the broadcast rights to a newcomer for a lot more money. Broke away from the FA. I still think that's very different to this, though, isn't it? If clubs go to the Super League, I can see fans doing FC United and making a new club. I mean, that would be pretty... I don't really see the point of doing that when you could just support someone else. Liverpool fans could all just become Everton fans instead. Where's the harm? Just support the local team. There's plenty of other London clubs for the Arsenal, Tottenham and Chelsea fans to go and support. The really interesting thing is, I don't know, I guess, what's the, I don't know, I'm thinking something and not saying it because it's dumb, and I'm just thinking all they really need is the names. They just need the brands. They don't need the club. How upset would Arsenal fans be if they just changed their name to London Gunners, sold the Arsenal brand name to the Super League, and just London Gunners carried on in the Premier League instead? Islington Reds. Yeah, exactly. That's what the Premier League should offer. Just say, right, well, you can that spot's up for grabs now. If anyone wants to MK Dons this spot, you're welcome to it. Bring the fans with them. Da, 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 da. We're winning 3-0 with this heavily rotated side, by the way, away against Bayer Leverkusen. Longcar can play midfield or attack. Unky Herb's turning in his grave. Yeah. His real loyalty was to Huddersfield. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I just don't imagine. I can't see it happening. Like someone said 20 minutes ago, it just feels like it's It's all a negotiating ploy to try and pull some power back from the changes that are happening for the Champions League. And they'll meet somewhere in the middle. What do I think FM would do if this league got created? I'd assume they'd just put it in. Yeah. They're a simulation. They're not there to have an opinion. I've got to sit up straight so you can see the Manscaped logo on my nipple. Otherwise, what's the point in wearing this shirt? A massive flop like when Vince did that NFL Super League. The difference with that, though, is he made entirely new teams. Comparing it to the XFL, he created entirely new teams, and NFL players weren't allowed to play in it, so it was players who weren't good enough to play in the NFL. Comparing it to the XFL would be like, yeah, we're doing the European Super League, but it is Islington Reds and Manchester Devils, and we're gonna put it together a team of players that don't currently have a team, and then it would obviously flop. This whole thing works because you're trying to bring in the history and the fan base and the players of those teams. How did the XFL actually go? It folded after 6 weeks because COVID happened. Is there any progression on Siriki Dembele signing a new contract at past, or is he definitely leaving at the end of the season? We talked about this a lot yesterday and established his contract's up at the end of the season, but we do have the option of a 1-year extension. So it'll just come down to how much of a dingbat he's being, whether we want to keep him around. I imagine what it actually comes down to is what league we're playing in next year. And I imagine if we're in the Championship next year, he'll probably be happy to do his extension. Hydrate. The Rock and his ex-wife now own the XFL brand. That's a weird one, that his ex-wife is still his business partner. I know, I struggled to get my head around that. I can't imagine me and my ex-wife buying a business together. Why are Swindon so bad? Swindon, innit? It's the obvious response to that. Just Swindon. Swindon things. He runs his whole business empire. Yeah, I don't really get it. I don't know how they... Must have been a very, very amicable split. There's been 2 versions of the XFL. It flopped both times. Swindon in the Premier League was a weird time to be alive. I mean, there's been a lot of weird teams in the Premier League. Swindon, Oldham, Blackpool. Even looking back, the likes of Wigan being there is just weird, isn't it? Wigan. What were they doing in the Premier League for so long as well? Yeah, Bradford, Luton, Barnsley, Bolton. Yeah, Bournemouth being in the Premier League. That's mental. Bournemouth are always a 4th Division Premier League team. Always a 4th Division team in my mind. Can't get my head around the fact Bournemouth spent so many years in the Premier League. I mean, some of them that you're naming now are big teams. Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday, Reading. None of them are weird, particularly. Sunderland, again, Sunderland are a pretty big team. It's the likes of Wigan. Wigan are a non-league team. What the hell were they doing in the Premier League for so long? So odd. Hull, yeah. What the hell were Hull doing up there? See, Ipswich and Forest, traditional big clubs. What? It's weird that it's been so long since either of them have been at that level. It's not weird that they were ever there. Forest are two-time European champions, for goodness sake. I had quite a big argument with my friends about this. I was calling Eddie Howe a world-class manager, but they were saying no because he'd never won a major trophy. I thought their point was pretty dumb overall. Yeah, but a lot of people are... I think the sooner you learn that most football fans are really thick, the sooner you don't have to have those kind of arguments anymore. You just don't bother having an opinion. Eddie Howe's a good manager, but to say world class is a bit too early. Didn't he take Bournemouth from Division 4 to, or whatever it was, League 2 to the Premier League and then keep them there for like 6 years? That's an incredible achievement. Spent a fair bit. Did he spend a lot in League 2? Probably didn't spend as much as Posh do. We spent 2.5, 3 million this year in League 1. Did he ever spend that much in League 1? World class equals success at multiple clubs / countries. I would argue that's not necessarily the case. We're saying Bob Paisley wasn't a world class manager then. Alex Ferguson wasn't world class. Well, he did. He won the SPL, didn't he, as well? So I guess that's multiple countries. Don't know if you count Scotland as contributing towards a world class career. I haven't looked. No. What magic shoes? Anna's here. Am I gonna have to get the? Hold on.
Magic.
Hold on, we need the roaming Dave cam on. Everyone's gonna want to watch.
I think you two different.
So which one are we looking at? We're watching Norman the Pervert again.
No, the magical shoe.
I don't know what we're looking at. Is it this one?
No.
This one.
Yeah.
Right, we're watching TikToks again, boys and girls. Dave, get off my thing.
Magical.
Right, here we go then. This is the latest TikTok Anna has sent me. Adventures with TikTok.
Magical.
What's happening?
I don't know.
It's taking forever to load. What's going on?
Your phone.
It's because I'm on 4G, so I took it off the internet earlier. Oh, hold on. It was just about to go. What's magical about them?
Wait, you'll see. They're white. She goes outside. And they're pink.
I don't understand.
They're so pretty.
That was less impressive than you indicated it might be. They're not that magical. Where is she?
And then I sent you one about an egg.
Yeah, that
Made of
you've
cheese.
you've lost your rights to show the second one because that one was poor. You got to show that you're good at it. No, No, no.
They're £75.
Well, that's ridiculous. £75. £75.
Glitter UV activated shooters.
Where's the music gone? Tavakari! Well. Yeah, Norman the Pervert was class. That's the level of TikToks we want. How's the one-armed swan? We should probably check in on him. We released him. Did we release him, or is he still knocking around the place? I'm not even sure. A lot of things happened yesterday that I don't remember. I feel like we might have released him. Oh dear. The Lion King's been sent off. What a name. Oh, I want to sign the Lion King. Beautiful. We should scout the Lion King. Where is he? Can you not scout from this page? Oh, there we go. We're scouting the Lion King. Do you reckon you can make a competitive team from naming the game members? Probably not. Not in this save, anyway. We could in the home save. We do. Sphelar's in goal for them. That's why we scored 4 goals. Not good enough for Apollon. You'd have 2 of me. Ugh. Ugh. This is why we replaced him at Apollon, yeah. How long did Apollon go on for? Like 20 seasons? It's one of my longest saves in terms of game time, I think. We won the league like 15 years in a row, trying to build a team good enough to win the Champions League. Did I replace him with Mendy? I might have. I know I had them both. I'm not sure what order I had them in, but then we got Tennessee, and that was game over for both of them. I discovered Mendy. I invented him. No one knew who he was until I discovered him. Yeah, Holmes 10 seasons in now. Just like I invented Shola Shortire. And now people are trying to change how you say his name. He was a video game character first. Now he's become a real person. Thinks people should say his name the way he says it. The way you say it's better as well. Exactly. But we're still talking about whether Eddie Howe's world class. For the record, he's obviously not world class. Because to be world class, you have to be mixing it up with the best in the world all the time, surely. And competing for world titles. Isn't that what world class means, ultimately? Have to be competing for the world titles and have a chance to win them. He's a very good manager, clearly. But I think people confuse the term world class with very good. Unfortunately, my definition means Gareth Southgate is world class. Which just proves that world class is meaningless. Because Southgate was like this close to a World Cup final. Got to be world class on that definition, surely. Therefore, the term world class is just a load of nonsense that we should stop using it. Bum, 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 bum. Big Sam has a 100% win rate for England, so he's world class. Was he competing for the World Cup with his 100% win rate? If not... Don't you think you have to be competing for world trophy? Don't think you have to be competing for world trophies to be world class. You achieve things that very few other managers can. I consider that world class regardless of the level. Yeah, because you're defining world class as meaning very good at something. And I think that's the confusion a lot of people have. That's not what world class means. World class doesn't mean very good. Surely it doesn't. Because it's nonsense. It's a nonsense combination of two words if its direct meaning is very good. Surely it means it's in a class appropriate for a world stage. Therefore, Eddie Howe, not on a world stage, not world class. World class, it doesn't mean very, very good either. It's not on that scale. It doesn't go bad, all right, good, world class. It's entirely separate. It's binary. Some things have a world class or it's not. It's not on a scale. You don't get degrees of world classness. I know, I'm using logic whilst talking to football fans. I should know better. An FM, which is better, world class or elite? Elite's better, isn't it? Any Tom, Dick and Harry can be world class. But it's only the best of the best that become elite. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Quick question. Imagine if Red Bull would start or buy a club in England. In what city would they do it? Might as well buy McDonald's. The McDonald's. Red Bull Peterborough. We're not for sale. We already have rich owners. And they wouldn't be allowed to in England anyway, would they? They wouldn't be allowed to rename them anyway. Because weren't Hull stopped from changing their name to the Hull Tigers? Because it wasn't a English football-y name. So I imagine they wouldn't get away with... They could buy a club, but they wouldn't be able to change its name. The Jersey Bulls. That'd be the one. And they don't have to change the name. Peterborough United never need changing with new owners. Yeah, exactly. We're a very well-run club. Even hashtag United had grief off of the FA as it's not a place name. Then they pointed out that Port Vale isn't either. Very reasonable response. Is elite better than world class? In Football Manager, yes. In reality, they're both nonsensical. Nonsensical buzzwords that don't really have meaning. But in Football Manager, elite is better than world class, yes. Is Eddie Howe elite then? Absolutely not. Because in Football Manager, in order to be an elite manager, you have to win the Champions League over and over again. You can't just be really good at not getting relegated. Not sure you talked about it. What's my opinion on the stupid Super League proposal? I mean, we've talked about it almost non-stop for an hour. So definitely have talked about it. It's stupid and it won't happen. So we can all calm down about it. We're getting smashed here. Absolutely smashified. Silly old Mufka. Peterborough United went under. I wouldn't support a football club anymore. I'm not a psychopath. You can't just go and support a different club. If my club stopped existing, I'm finished with football. It'd free up so much time. The only thing keeping me involved in football is the fact Posh still exists. It'd be a bit of a relief, really, if they just packed it in. Don't have to worry about it anymore. Think of the free time. Hey, we're back in it. Tabakaru. That goalkeeper has made a complete moron of himself here because he should have just come and got this. Aaron Ramsdale in goal for Manchester United, by the way. Well, if we get back into this, we could go top of the league again. I think we're going to struggle, though. Thrash those arms. Alfie, thank you very much for the sub.
When I sent the Super League message, I realized I wasn't sub, so that had to change.
Thank you very much. Aaron Ramsdale becomes world class in FM. Well, he's not showing it in this match. Hydrate. Will we see Born in Tier 7? As long as I don't get sacked before we get promoted. Would Blackstones be on my favourite clubs list if Peterborough left? No. Posture check. Oh, I've got beef with Blackstones for ruining my professional football career. Can't judge a player on 20 minutes of football. I could be England captain now if they hadn't have ruined me. Fell out of love with football that day. Come on. We were 3-0 down. Are we getting back into this? Oof. Yeah, didn't even offer me the chance of being loaned out. Just didn't pick me up on the way to training the next week. The assistant manager gave me a lift the week before. Didn't turn up the following week. This was in a world before mobiles. Rang him. No answer. That's it. Kev's done. They probably think I walked out on them. Come on, boys. Attack. How badly did I play? Oh, really, really badly. Really badly. I can't believe, based on how well I trained, they even put me in the team to begin with. They're idiots. But I feel that's all beside the point. I was wronged. Right, here we go. Here's the equaliser. How did I get two good Romanian players in one save? I never get one, and I'm Romanian. Perhaps that's the key. Put your nationality down as English and see what happens. Come on. Who's the other Romanian we've got then? I know Tabakaru, but who's the other one? I don't really look at their nationalities. I only know Tabakaru is Romanian because you lot keep telling me. Well, I thought we were getting back into this game, but maybe not. How was Robbie? Long gone. Not seen him for years. He wasn't even getting in the Clyde team by the end. So I imagine he's retired for being useless. Just about to watch the vlog. Enjoy getting... I did enjoy being out and about with the camera. It was a lot of fun. Looking forward to getting out there with it again at some point. Is the one-armed swan still alive? Probably. I assume he's probably still alive. I don't know. Of any of these players you lot are mentioning are getting on. You've seen them as recently as I have. I haven't got a clue. I'm not that bothered. Maddox ruined us. He stopped being good. I was cross. We released him at Llanelli. Yeah, they're dead to me. It's like asking me how all the people I used to work with 10 years ago are. I don't know. Can't even remember their names. They could walk in here now and say, Kev, we worked together for 3 years. No idea who you are. I have the only people I'm still in contact with that I've known for more than 10 years are my dad and my children. And my ex-wife, because I have to be, because of the children. I don't know anyone I went to school with. I don't know anyone I used to work with. Sheepdog. Okay, Sheepdog is slightly over 10 years. I met him at uni. And if it wasn't for the podcast, I doubt we'd have spoken to each other for years either. We speak once a week into microphones. I don't keep in touch with people. Well, we got absolutely smashed by Manchester United. Now we get to play Liverpool. This is fun. This is a fun run of games. At least we then got an easy game against Arsenal afterwards. Ugh. Why need friends when you have FM? That is exactly my thoughts on the topic. Friends are a real time drag. They really get cut into the Football Manager time. The guy who worked with you was a teacher, you know, a long time. What, Smoothman? I've only known him since, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. And again, actually, to be fair, we went to a wrestling show together about 2 years ago. So we have fraternized outside of work, which is a very rare occurrence for me. And he's still a mod here. This is a Kevin Chapman world, and we just exist in it. Exactly. I don't have friends, I have favoured personnel. I like that. That should be a t-shirt. That might be a t-shirt. I'm making that as a t-shirt and I'm going to get rich off it, Scotty, and I'm not sharing it with you. But I might add you to the favoured personnel list once I've sold a couple of hundred of them. He's actually writing it down. That is absolutely going to be a shirt that's available soon. If anyone can think of other Football Manager quotes I can get rich off of. Get some Facebook ads going. Oh, we're so rubbish now. We're so rubbish now. Ugh. Where's the last part of yesterday's subathon? Killed it because of what happened at midnight. And Twitch won't let me edit it and re-up the VOD, so I've just had to take that part of the VOD down. I prefer using suggested squad or picking it myself. I always start with suggested squad and then tweak if I feel I need to. We were 19 games unbeaten and top of the league. 19 games unbeaten and top of the league. And we had to stop the stream, didn't we? Oh, that's a goal. They got a man called Canoe in goal for them. What are my thoughts on the European Super League proposals? I think it's an excellent idea. I'm fully in favour of it. I have to tell you, I have your problem with one striker saying the best complete forward can't play there. Bin him off. What happened at midnight? Oh, things happened. I made an announcement. I explained what's happening at the end of the countdown and then swore everyone to secrecy. And basically, if we managed to, there was like 600 people in at the time. If that actually stays a secret, that might be the greatest achievement on the internet ever. If I manage to say something on a live stream to 600 people, ask them all not to tell anybody else, and then none of them tell anybody else, that would be remarkable. I'd have to release a I Kept the Secret t-shirt as well. Dun, 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 dun. Only because we're all monsters enjoying knowing when others don't. Can I add you to my shortlist? Are you going to be my merch guy, Scotty? You're gonna be my next employee. I told my mum. She replied, "What is a LOLLUJO?" That's fantastic. I hope that's true. First of May, I become the merch guy. Oh yeah, we need Tinner t-shirts. I'm a Tinner. Proud Tinner. I don't do small talk, I do scout reports. Oh, we're going to release a whole range of these. Out of Context FM is going to be furious. This is the kind of thing that could make him rich. Don't tell him. This is another secret we need to keep. He could make a fortune with these kind of shirts. Come on, boys! So Ben. Yeah, like Ben's got time to do that. Would it be going on LOLLUJO Live? What, the secret? No, it'll be edited out of that as well. We released a 2-star current review, 5-star potential shirts SI had. Well, I can't just steal their intellectual property. Da, 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 da. Come on, can we do a football? No, just... Apparently I can't do short streams anymore because we're trashing them. Come on, little Kev. Help me out here. So we've now got little Kev to go with little Clates and little Jack and little Zealand. Little Kev is obviously the handsome one. We only sing when we're tinning. That one's a little bit too niche. That one only you lot would want. We need one. We need shirts that people who don't know who I am would buy. It's no use trying. I squeeze enough money out of you lot. I want to start squeezing money out of people I don't know. Klopp spotted at Anfield. Remarkable. Ugh. Right, who are we going to buy to solve this problem? This is obviously the solution. Spend this 30 million quid we were given at the start of the stream. Let's buy this guy. It's a very good right back who hasn't been scouted since before we had a good right back. So we probably shouldn't just go and buy him. Someone with 2 first names again. Not having it. Not bringing in double first namers. Come on, Director of Football. What are you going to tell me to buy? I don't need to strengthen any particular position. I just want you to show me an absolute gem. Should we try and get Prieto back? Or is it too soon? Solar Run, thank you for the sub. Just declare interest and see what happens. 119 million to bring back a player who left on a free transfer. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's go for it. 119 million, eh? Oh my word. That is his release clause. Oh God. Let's see if he'll discuss terms with us. Talking about my ball deodorant last night. Excellent. Why I order. What a jerk. I mean, my balls are dry right now. That's how good this deodorant is. Very rarely, when we've spoken in the past, have I had dry balls. So, usually, sopping wet down there. Very dry balls at the moment, though. But not like dry in a flaky way. No one wants flaky balls. Heavy dry balls. Exactly. Oh dear. I ate all my Mike and Ikes this afternoon. I was sat here playing Persona. I wish I saved some of them now. Very sad. When you're playing in non-league, how do you get all the release players from bigger clubs on scout reports? When you get the email. When you get the email, scout them all. Or actually, I usually just take them on trial rather than scouting them. Trials are just as useful as scouting. Ball deodorant seems like something that'd be worth a purchase, but that would mean spending money on something vaguely sensible. You probably buy food every week, don't you? You buy normal deodorant, don't you? Get some ball deodorant. Treat yourself. You won't want to go back. You'll feel like a new man. A dry one. Scotty's got a Manscaped package. Beautiful work, Scotty. You'll have to tell me all about your testicles when it arrives. There's something in the pack that I didn't even tell you about in the video because I didn't know it was there. But there's oh, there you go. Tabakaru's World Under-21 Footballer of the Year, as you would expect. There's a mat that you put down when you that looks like a newspaper. It's brilliant. I buy food to avoid being all deceased and deodorant so people talk to me. We're not all love machines like you, Kev. We aren't Manscaped men. Well, you too could become a Kevy love machine. This didn't happen by accident, boys and girls. I wasn't born like this. I didn't come out with a beautiful beard and dry testicles. I didn't come out with a beautiful beard and dry testicles. I had to work on this. Is there a Manscaped for women? Yeah, Boots. Everything they sell at Boots. I vlog my Manscaped testicles on Fleets. Will you unfollow me? Do I follow you anyway? Oh dear. Right, Warrior wanted to leave, didn't he? He's actually getting some game time though. No, I don't want him to go. Unprepared Kev was born streaming, a true professional. Exactly. It was a Patreon perk a while back. Ah, built a rod for my own back there, haven't I? I only just realised you get a pair of pants. I'm sorry, they're very comfortable pants as well. Good pants. Right, can we win a football match now, please, Football Manager? It's a new month. It's a new day. Let's win a football match. Or else we might have to stop with this silly 4-2-4 nonsense if it's really not going to work. I was enticed by the description, the perfect package. That was my nickname at school. Oh, come on then. Where's the microphone? Does it stretch this far? I'm going to assume you can still hear me, but I'm sitting back here for this one. Because I'm furious. Right, we can get back up now. Everything's going right again. Am I still convinced home can win the Champions League? Yes. How long are we going for tonight? Until I start yawning so frequently that you're fed up of it and tell me to go to bed, which I predict will be sometime between 10:30 and 11. We're going to try and get to 11, but if I get super tired, we'll just pack it in. It's not as if I've really done anything today. I've kind of had a day off today. Got up late, got up at like 10 o'clock, mooched around for a bit, played it on the PS5 for a bit, had a bit to eat. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do a full stream other than the whole 14 hours yesterday deal that I might still be a little bit broken by. Harold Jenkins hates Arsenal. Beautiful. 2-0. Did I play Persona on the PS5 with headphones? Yes. Were you watching through my window or something? These headphones specifically that I plug into the controller. It's a Turtle Head Beach set. Come on! No penalties here. I did so 2 days ago and had to turn off 3D audio in the system settings because it sounded terrible compared to PS4. I'm not fussy about any of that. I wouldn't notice. I don't know what 3D audio is. I doubt my old headset that I'm using can do 3D audio. This is a headset I've had for years. And I plug it into the controller. What games do I play off stream? All of the games. So like today I was playing Persona 5. I also played a little bit of Stardew Valley. I almost put FIFA on, but then I couldn't be bothered. It's a whole thing playing FIFA. Can't bring myself to do it. Yeah, I'll play a little bit. So basically anything that's not a shooter, I'll have a look at. I like games. Games are my thing. Me and Anna want to play that. I can't remember. It Takes Two. Is that what it's called? It's similar to A Way Out that we played together a few years ago. So I was having a look at that again. I'd quite like to stream it. The only problem is, anyone else who's got a PS5, does it just like rinse all of your internet? To the point where you know when Anna's put her PS5 on while I'm streaming because the stream just... Oh, Anna's turned her PS5 on. So the idea of us both having PS5s on and trying to stream at the same time feels like it might be impossible. But I think we're going to do that after she's done on nights. Probably outside of the normal streaming schedule. But lots of people enjoyed when we did a way out a few years ago. Some of my best clips are from Anna yelling at me playing that game. I do have dodgy internet. I do have BT unlimited broadband. Kind of lucky I managed to get 2 PS5. Zero luck. Jenkins has got a hat trick. Zero luck involved. The day they went up for pre-order, I just ordered 2. Yeah, zero luck involved. Can I do a day stream this week? Depends if I have time, really. Just reading some Manscaped reviews. No pulling or tugging the boxers. Yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, the Manscaped boxers are up there with the Step 1 boxers that I love, that I wear every day. My favourite clip of Anna is when I bought the Samsung Buds. Yeah, Jeffrey's going to get his big rod down my narrow pipes soon, and then we'll be fine. Hopefully a month away from having super sexy, super broadband. By the way, Wondy! This is us back to our best, this game. Thing is, that wasn't staged either, that video with the Samsung Buds. That was genuinely going to happen whether I was filming or not. Bum, 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 bum. We're still in the mix, boys and girls. We could still win the league. As long as we stop losing to the 2 teams above us. There's 2 teams in this league much better than us. George is playing for Arsenal, by the way. There's George in. Having a terrible game in defence for Arsenal today. Thanks. He's throwing it for us. Da, 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 ba, 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 da, da. Come on, let's grab a few more goals. Liverpool have got a much better goal difference than us. We need to fix that in this game. I've just realised Alisson's in goal for Arsenal as well. Do you get broken saves on FM21? I have done in the past. Touch wood, I haven't on FM21 yet. Kev is a highly successful football manager. I've Skyved on the phone yet, asking for my opinion on the Breakaway Super League. Yeah, I said I was indifferent to it. How long until some dweeb uploads Football Manager predicts the European Super League video? And which dweeb do we think is going to do it? Oh dear. Tomatham. It could be Tomatham. And I bet on me, it's definitely not going to be me. I can't be bothered. Jack is a good shout. I mean, really, it should be me. I'm like this close to 100k, and that would probably push me over the brink. But God, I can't be bothered. There's too much database editing involved in that. I'd just do it wrong. If someone wants to build me a Super League database overnight, I'll do it. Valdexos needs a timeout. He did that against us yesterday as well. Don't want to see the replay. Sign me up, boss. Stop scoring against me then, you monster. Can I recommend a new microphone? How much do you want to spend? And then I'll recommend something for your price range based on my extensive experience in microphones. I believe Zed got there before both me and Ben. I mean, he's better at, he does a different kind of video, doesn't he? He was always going to. I think both me and Benjamin have been saying for the last 6 months that Zealand would get there before us. I don't think it's any surprise, really. It's he makes much more. He's been ever present in everyone's recommended for a long, long time. He just took over YouTube. Can you just put teams in FM Touch and then play in a league? Maybe. You want to spend £200 on a new microphone? Do you have an audio interface or do you need a USB microphone? £200 is a good budget. How much is the Shure MV7? 222. If you want USB, that's probably the best USB you're going to get. If 200 is the hard limit for it, the Elgato Wave 3 is pretty good. If you listen to the podcast, Anna has an Elgato Wave 3 because she wanted a USB one. Yeah, we're not streaming till midnight tonight. This is the most ridiculous game of football I've ever experienced, by the way. I hear good things about the Rode Podcaster. My microphone before this one was the Rode Procaster. If you want the best of the best USB, get the Shure MV7, which is the USB version of this that I've got. But it's a little bit over 200. You have an audio interface. In that case, for the budget that you've got, I'd probably get the Rode Procaster, the one I had before this. Because the one that I've got now is about 400. But this is insane. Yeah, I would go Rode Procaster. What year is this saving? This is season 11. Arsenal 3, Sheffield United 8. 8! And our centre back got a hat trick. This one needs tweeting out. This Sheffield United team is a thing of beauty. Did that actually tweet? Yeah, there we go. Beautiful stuff. You want to start? They've got a caretaker manager. Did they sack the manager because of that match? Or was he the caretaker for that match? No, Thierry Henry got sacked after only 193 days. In fact, his second appointment. So Thierry Henry was manager from 2021 to 2027. He resigned I was going to say he resigned to become Neil Lennon. He resigned to go where? Where did Thierry Henry go? He resigned to become France manager, where he only lasted a year before getting sacked. Went to Juventus, probably got sacked, and then was back for half a year and got sacked. Should never have left, should he? Right, now we're away against Huddersfield. Huddersfield, indeed. That's not happening, obviously. Why would that happen? Chinese football free press can bite me. Why would we sell our left back? A 20-year-old left back. What's he going to China for? Right, who does this think we should buy? I need to... We've got this money. I need to know who to buy. Chinese football free press is a nice little thing. Right, no one's having Delat. What? China, get out of here. Sven Lang. I thought we'd sold him ages ago. How is he still here? I'm fairly confident we sold this guy about 3 seasons ago. Get out of here, Bayern. Well, this is the first offer we've had for him. Bom, 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 bom. I mean, I wouldn't have even have wanted to accept 300 million if they'd have offered it. But there's just no reason to sell him at all. We've got a chance to win the Premier League. No, he signed a new contract late last night to take the release clause away. So he's got no release clause, a new 5-year contract that he only signed in the summer, and we're in a Champions League spot. So theoretically, there shouldn't be any reason for him to leave. We've got, I was going to say we've got money in the bank. We don't have a lot of money in the bank. Hopefully the board just don't sell him out from under us, but they've backed me so well that I'd be horrified if they sold him out from under us. Did we change playlist yesterday? We did change it, but then tonight I've put the rock one back on again. Because I prefer this one. It's just we've been listening to this all day yesterday. Who the hell is Daniel Harper? What's his problem? Who are you? Get out of here. I give up. And that, boys and girls, is how Rafa Benitez spoke to Ivan Toney the day he joined Peterborough. Well then, well then, well then. Well then, well then, well then. What's happening here? Okay. How's my voice this fine evening? Weirdly, okay. I kept myself nicely lubricated all day yesterday. So I never really had voice issues. And I've not really spoken much today. I haven't recorded any content today, which is rare for me. Giving myself a bit of a day off after yesterday. How am I getting on with the save? We're getting on really rather well. We just beat Arsenal 8-3. We're third in the Premier League, and we've got the best young player in the world playing for us. So all is good in the fine city of Sheffield. Oh, now you want to talk, Ander. Do you look Spanish to me? Yes, you do. Can you come and play for us again? We like you. We don't like you because you don't want to come and play for us. Get lost, China. China. Hang on. Hold on. Let's not be too hasty. We spent 62,000 on this guy. And I've just been offered 26 million for him. I feel like we might be accepting this one. Even though the party line is still gets lost China. Should we try and squeeze some more money out of him? I guess now we transfer list him to make sure he goes. I'm going to now offer him out to other clubs for 35 because there's so many clubs interested in him. What are we not seeing with Jindra? Jenkins isn't going to China. I'm so confused. Mike was wrong all along. Jindra's great. Probably need to bring in another defender though if he goes, just to keep the numbers up. I'd sell him, but he's good, but he's not. He's too good to turn that down. Agreed. I'm trying to get a bidding war going though. Like Eddie Howe when he signed Dominic Solanke. Eddie Howe's a world-class manager though. We talked about this earlier. Gary Monk, we've never spoken. Ah, my word. It's more money we can throw at Prieto. Try and get him to come home. Doesn't look like anyone else is going to come in with a higher offer. It's just that one weirdly random offer. Helwig's got to stay if we're letting Jindra go, because he then becomes our fourth choice centre back. I think Jack Workspace has started to save and glitched into yours with that ridiculous offer. Is he known for ridiculous offers? Is he a silly goose? Who the hell is this guy? Get out of here. What is it with all these 20-somethings arriving, pretending they've got contracts at my football club? Who let them in? Right, Uddersfield then. Beautiful. Yeah, Prieto's playing regularly for Bilbao now. Come on then. Back, what did I miss? I'm a transfer genius, is what you missed. We're selling Jindra for £36 million. Oh yeah, and we thumped Arsenal. Thumped him good. Thumped him right in the jaw. With 2 channel members, not channel members, this is Twitch. With 2 name in the game folks in the Arsenal team as well. I think it was an inside job. I feel like the 30% sell on for Ginger is largely irrelevant because they're not going to sell him on. He'll leave on a free transfer because he's not very good. Maybe he's brilliant and we've just misjudged him. Mike's misjudged him all this time. Because I played him as my starting centre-back all last year. I thought he was great. You lot convinced me I had to upgrade my centre-backs and replace him. If it was me running this as a YouTube save, he'd still be my starting centre-back. Me and China agree on things. We're losing against Huddersfield. We just beat Arsenal 8-3 and we're losing against Huddersfield. What is happening? Maybe it's time to go attacking already. Right, come on then. Here we go. I love how deep Diekmeyer goes. More! Wongdi! Come on, Wongdi. Do your thing. Oh, penalty. Yes, please. Yes, please, we'll have a penalty. Come on now. Diekmeyer. Ridiculous. German Wonder Kids aren't as good as Romanian Wonder Kids. That's what we've learned this evening. We've still got time to score 8 or 9 goals in this game. I don't think we got our first against Arsenal at this point. We need Big Harold to step up. The thing is, Harold's not playing. We're nothing without Harold. Doesn't Tabakari no longer have 5-star potential? I wouldn't worry too much about that. He's already the best striker in the Premier League. He's just won the World Under-21 Player of the Year. I'm not really concerned about his potential. I don't need him to ever get any better than he already is. He's already plenty good enough. Someone put 150k on a Sheffield win. People are mad. Right, come on. Oh, Wongdi. Come on, we need to get out. We need to sort ourselves out here. This is silly. Silly, I tell you. Come on, Wongdi. You're supposed to be the new Prieto. What just happened there? Tabakaru just stopped chasing that. Scooty, things are going good. Thank you very much. There you go. Goal here. You can smell it. You can see it coming a mile off. How is this happening? Look at our XG. Here you go. Here's the equaliser. We've just lost it. Oh, kick him hard. Kick him where he doesn't want to be kicked. This is only the FA Cup. Who cares? We're here for the Premier League and the Europa League. Yeah, we scored all our goals in the last game. That's what's happening here. We've got no goals left. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. Please celebrate a goal. Cheers. Ooh, Apple Tango. It's a good finish as well. 25th goal of the season by FA Cup third round day. That'll do. Watch your vlog before I jumped on here. Imagine crushing someone's cookies. Imagine leaving your cookies on the aisle of a tram. Oh, yeah. The left back is injured. I did notice that at the end of the first half as well and still didn't take him off. You don't really have anyone who can... Oros can play there, apparently. Smashing. It'll be a sad day when Tabakaru's save has to end. Maybe that's how the non-league legend continues. Wherever he goes, we make that our next destination. Just follow his career. There you go. We'll have another penalty. Come on, Diekmeyer. Don't mess this one up. Can we see the other camera angle? Yeah. I haven't got it set up for... I guess I could just stick it on here, in fact. Whoa. There you go. There's your other camera angle. Hold on. There's that one. So, wide camera angle. Normal camera angle. Tabakaru! This is my new game. I'm going to play this a lot. Oh dear. Hey! Kev streamed too much over the last 2 days. I know. Oh dear, don't I know it? You see the Manscaped logo a little bit better on this angle. Is there a chance he gets knighted? What, me? Yeah, I reckon there is. I think it's a very good chance I get knighted one day. Did we make any substitutions in this game? Oh, I've got the hiccups. I realised you meant Tabakaru. You'll have to ask the King of Romania. Watching Kev as a 25-year-old male, I just know and can see that men are just big children. Thanks for confirming this for me. We're going to concede a goal here, aren't we? No, of course we're not. Come on, let's have another one. Diekmeyer! Oh, beautiful. 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 This is becoming too TikTok-y for my liking. You love a bit of TikTok. Hope you're getting right. Hope you're knighted because you can pop the question to the Queen. Are you a tinner, ma'am? Exactly. That's a genius idea. This chap's starting to get himself settled in and starting to score a few goals now, isn't he? Only 3 Premier League goals, but 10 goals in all competitions. And he has still got his 5-star potential. Right. We've got a reasonably nice run of games now. Derby, Wolves, Brighton, Stocky, Leeds. I mean, there's no way to do that one, silly. And Bournemouth. That should be 6 straight wins, back to the top of the league. Boom. So, what we could do as well, I guess, we could add this on. Whoa. No. Yeah. We've had this in here as well. Ah, no, now I'm moving everything. No, 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 no. 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 What am I trying to do here? There we go. Get that in there. Make it a smidgen smaller. Get that down there. So now we can just have a moving face cam. But there's the game. We can watch the game on the face cam. You don't get this kind of content anywhere else on Twitch. This is what I look at when I'm streaming. There's the cameras. There's the wall. There's the lights. There's a PS5. That's the fan that keeps me cool. Wrestling figures over there. My selection of cuddlies. My characters. Beautiful. Let's put this away. Can we have Kev section 2 camera angles just looking at each other? But have two of them on the same screen at the same time? That would be awesome. It's official. Kev is broken. Look, I've streamed for over 16 hours this weekend now. Where's the Mac? People who like stuff are going to be cross. The Mac is under this pile. There it is, look. There it is, under a pile of junk. Look after your expensive things, boys and girls. You must look after your expensive things. Apple Tango versus Apple Mac. I'm going Apple Tango every single time. Everyone wants to go to China. Where's Dave? Hold on. Oh. You see a Dave leg down there? How can we get round to him? Oh. I'm doing this in reverse. I couldn't be a surgeon. Right, how do you get the... I'm doing this left-handed in reverse behind me. What? I can't. I genuinely can't. There he is. You go down and angle up. There he is. There. That was far too complicated. It was like trying to reverse with a caravan on the car. Ooh, my word. Too much coffee and Apple Tango. Kev needs some Diet Coke. I haven't had Diet Coke for like a week. You're a computer science guy. You know that a pile of rubbish is a perfect environment for my Mac. I'm a computer science guy, so I know PCs are trash. And I only use them because I have to plug capture cards and things in. But Macs are the pinnacle of computing because they just work. The only people who trash Macs are people who wish they had a Mac. Macs are great. Christ, this is so bad. Exactly. Want to keep the chat flowing. Is the Mac Mini good enough to fully replace a PC? It depends what you want to use it for. I can't. If I wasn't a content creator, yes. In fact, scratch that. If I wasn't a gaming content creator, yes, I would use the Mac Mini instead of my PC. Because the vlog and everything, that vlog that came out today was completely edited start to finish on the Mac Mini, and it rendered faster than it would have done on my $2,500 rendering PC that I bought last year. Like massively specced out, real top tier PC. The Mac Mini rendered and it edited smoother and rendered faster. And that was on Adobe software, so not even software that is optimized for the Mac Mini yet. But the reason I can't switch over completely to Mac is because they're not great for gaming. I guess I could theoretically replace my gaming PC with a Mac, because all I do is play Football Manager on it and it would run that fine. But if I want to play Red Dead on here, then I kind of need the PC. So I can't replace that one, and I can't replace the other PC, the streaming and editing PC, because I need to be able to plug capture cards into it, and obviously I can't open the Mac up and plug capture cards and stuff in. So for me, I can't replace the PCs. I supplement the PCs. But if I was just a vlogger and didn't do any gaming stuff, yeah, I wouldn't have a PC. I'd just have a Mac. MacBook Pro or Windows laptop for teacher training? Absolutely MacBook Pro. The video editing and general interneting? MacBook. Or Mac in general. Any M1 Mac, whether it's the Mac Mini, if you've already got, if you don't need it to be mobile. The M1 MacBook Pro looks incredible. I'll be looking to get one of them later in the year when we start traveling again. They've got, they even have an M1 MacBook Air, which apparently runs like a dream. Just anything with that M1 chip in is a game changer. My Twitch schedule below states I play FM20. It's from the past, I guess. What would you recommend for a student? Probably the MacBook Air, the M1 MacBook Air, less than £1,000. How's the M1 going to do with running FM? Nerdphonics apparently tested it, and Curti FM. In case you didn't know which Curti FM, let's use his surname. They've both tried it on the M1 MacBook Air and say it runs brilliantly. I've not tried it yet, but yeah, it runs really well, apparently. M1's really nice, but probably way overkill for most people's general use. Yeah, but it's cheap. Have you seen the prices? The reason I got the M1 Mac Mini thing is because it's less than £1,000. My spec'd out 5-year-old MacBook Pro, where it was just before they put in the touch bar thing, so it's the generation before that. I maxed out every option on it, and it was just under £3,000. Whereas now you can get a MacBook Pro for less than 1,500 because the M1's massively brought their costs down. So it's brilliant and it's cheap. Branners, no one's saying game on a MacBook. If you want a game on a PC, buy a PC. We're talking about just general computer use. Most people don't buy their computer to play games on. I work at Curry's. The M1 with 16 gig RAM is absolutely unbelievable. Exactly. Good thing about the M1 is it also gives you incredible battery life. See, I've not been able to test that because I've only got the Mac Mini at the moment. I will definitely, like I say, once I'm out and about traveling again, hopefully later this year, absolutely upgrading my MacBook Pro to an M1. Very excited about it too. It's all I can do not to order it now. There's literally no reason to use it now. I've used my MacBook probably once since I've lived here because I don't need to use a laptop ever because I'm just in my house. But as soon as I'm out and about again, I'm getting the new M1 MacBook Pro. And I'm going to be giddy about it. It uses as much battery electricity as 10-year-old laptops. You can literally use a MacBook Pro for 2 days actively without charging. That's awesome. Because twice in my daily vlogging life have I found myself away for something or other, and first night there, having to trek over and find the nearest Apple store to buy a charger for my MacBook. If I'm only away for a couple of days and might not have to charge it, that would have been amazing. Not been in a stream for a while just because of work. How's life treating you? Very well. Life is awesome. How's life been treating you? All is good, and there's some very exciting stuff on the horizon. Everything changes on the 1st of May, boys and girls. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Whoever suggested that, I hope you're happy. This is what you've created. Oh, dig my. Just out of curiosity, does it leave you with a lot of free time, or do I record 8 hours a day? What? Just this job in general? I don't have much free time. I do a normal 9 to 5 on the YouTube content, and then stream most evenings. So I'm looking at, even if you don't count sitting on the toilet or lying in bed or standing in the kitchen or sitting on the sofa with my phone or my iPad going through emails or social media or comments, if you don't count that as work because I'm relaxing or pooing at the same time, if you just count sat at the desk actually directly doing something, and there's an argument about whether you count that other stuff or not, I'm probably doing 10 to 12 hours most days sat at the desk creating content. But on the 1st of May, everything changes. A penalty, is it? Love a bit of a penalty. Come on, then. Let's have a penalty, boys and girls. Diekmeyer. Yes. Do I have a save just for me? No. Absolutely don't have time for anything like that at all. Because I've got 3 saves on the run all the time. And the 2 YouTube ones, there's a good 2, 3, 4 hours a day of playing in betweeny bits where I'm not recording. Posture check. James, thank you very much for the sub.
Cheers, Kev. Have a good week.
Apple student discount makes the new MacBook Pro full spec $2.5 grand. That can't be right. What, the M1 MacBook Pro? That cannot be right. I struggle to understand why that's so expensive. Why are we so zoomed in? I need to check for myself now. So the MacBook Pro, the M1 is the one we want. See how much it is fully spec'd out. So what size is it? They've got a 13. They do a 16-inch in the M1. So it looks like they only do a 13-inch M1 at the moment. So that's the one we're looking at. So that's the best one. And then to spec it out, I mean, you don't need to add the hard drive. Just get one of these. It's actually plugged into my Mac at the moment. One of these. You don't need to get a fancy hard drive in it. No one needs to be walking around with a laptop with a 2 terabyte hard drive on. That's insane. So you don't need to increase that. Yeah, so $1.5 grand. That gets you the 16 gig. I know, 1,700 gets you the 16 gig M1 MacBook Pro, which is a grand less than I paid for my spec'd out MacBook Pro 5 years ago. Can't imagine what student has $2.5 grand to throw on a new laptop at any point. I'm relying on getting my deposit back to maybe get a Mac Mini. Yeah, that's the other thing. You don't necessarily need the MacBook Pro. That's the thing. If you're a student, I mean, why would a student possibly need a Pro? A student could get by just fine on £1,000 for a MacBook Air. You don't need to spec it out. Unless you're like a design student, in which case you probably get bursaries and stuff to go towards paying for the extra kit. Plus you get the student discount on top of it. That spec there, absolutely fine for a student. And it'll run better than any equivalent price Windows laptop would. Of that I am certain. The computer science student, a Pro is nice. Yeah, I guess. I don't know that it would be essential though. People whine about the USB port thing. How much stuff do you actually have plugged into your laptop? I don't understand what all this is. Bursaries protect, not even heard of that unless your family is dirt poor anymore. If you need it for your course. I got a bursary for a laptop when I was at uni because I did computer science and needed to own a laptop. So I got, I mean, it was, I think I only got 250 quid, but it was 250 quid towards a laptop that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Maybe stuff like that doesn't exist anymore, but this was only like 10 years ago. I'm a filmmaking student. I just need something that can run editing software. I'm usually have access to proper kitted out Macs. I'd get the Air then. Yeah, it's fine. Problem with Macs for me is that the graphics on them are just really poor. I mean, that's not true though. Just not true. I think you're making the typical PC gamer mistake of not being happy with how it runs games, and that's not what they're for. Nobody's buying a Mac to play games on. I don't think I've had various Macs for like 10 years. I don't think I've ever even tried to play a game on a Mac, other than a bit of Football Manager here and there. That doesn't even count. I have PCs and consoles for running games on. You can't tell me though the display on a MacBook Pro doesn't display Netflix beautifully. Plus, of course, owning a Mac, it's like smoking. You just look cool when you do it. That should be Apple's new slogan. With the cigarettes of the 21st century. Want to look cool even if you're not. I mean, the one downside to the new Macs is... Oh, sugar. That's a good thing about Macs as well. They bounce and still work. The one downside to the new Macs is when they turn on... Just got any battery in it? Yeah, you can see... You see how mine still has the Apple logo that lights up? The new ones don't do that. What's the point in having a MacBook if it doesn't have a light up Apple logo so everyone knows you've got a MacBook? God. Which is why I still have my old MacBook Pro with the light on. So everyone knows I've got a MacBook. Even though I've done the really cliche covering it with a YouTube sticker. Which is the very first YouTube sticker I was given. The first time I've just done it again. Smash it into my desk. The first time I went down to YouTube, they gave me a sticker. And it goes over the Apple logo. There's my sticker from the Football Manager Esports Championship in 2018. How very exciting. An old Insomnia sticker under a Vans sticker. This is like a history of the vlog in stickers on my laptop. I should do a whole video. In fact, that is actually a video idea I might do. Just do the history of the last 5 years through the stickers. Peel off the stickers layer by layer. Telling the story behind them. Right, we've sold Jindra for nearly £40 million, which is absolutely insane. What a crazy world we are in. I mean, that is a piece of business, boys and girls. He's only played twice this season. We signed him for £62,000. Sold him 18 months later for 36.5 million. Just pat yourself on the back, Kev. That's good work. Now we've got £63 million to spend as well. This man's called Fork. Should we buy a 19-year-old centre-back off of Newcastle for 100 million? We look forward to playing in the English Premier Division for Sheffield United. We need to scout him a little bit more. Oh, this guy's called Bum. Christoph Bum. There's some very talented players here, but they're not scouted enough for me to go take the plunge on them. We might just sit on this money. Missed the end of yesterday's stream. What was the announcement? It's a secret now. You'll find out on the 1st of May. It was a hoax. Yeah. Whoever it was who suggested a new camera angle, and that was my favourite suggestion. The announcement was, we have a third camera just here. 14 hours for nothing. Yeah, we had a lovely day. I saved you from having to go outside on the first day you could in a year. You're welcome. We've all been locked in our houses for months upon months upon months. The first Saturday after lockdown lifts, and I stream all day, and 600 people decided to sit here and watch it. You're welcome. I saved you from going outdoors. Yeah, we finished at midnight last night. Went all the way through because people are mad and brilliant. Reminder as well for anyone who wasn't in at the start of the stream, so it won't be a reminder if you weren't in at the start of the stream. It's new information. It's a reminder if you already heard it, and then you don't need the reminder. But if you weren't in before, this is new information, so it's not a reminder. This is the last stream for a week. I won't be back until a week tomorrow. Anna's on 7 consecutive nights starting tomorrow night. That wasn't the announcement, but it might as well have been. So you're going to have to live without me for a little while. Obviously, you're still going to have the YouTube content to keep you company, but no stream until Monday night. I spent the whole day out and only caught the first hour. Sorry. No, I mean, you don't need to apologize to me. I should apologize to you. I should have made it more engaging so that you stayed in. Good time to get ahead on the content. Exactly. That's the plan. See, when the internet start playing up at midnight, unless you thought it was all planned. Yeah, that was all my fault. I started doing the announcement and then everything started glitching, and it's because I'd closed the game on the other PC. So it was uploading that to the Steam cloud, and because my internet's so ropey at the moment, I can't stream and upload something at the same time. So yeah, that was completely my fault. But it was perfect timing. It was brilliant. Not that anyone will ever see it because I killed the VOD, so it doesn't exist anymore. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum, bum, bum. How are we losing against this lot? I've downloaded a 16-team Euro Super League, just holidaying a season now. Are they the right 16 teams? Which YouTube FM series is the most fun to make this year? I'm loving the home save. Really loving the home save. But then Bourne's really fun as well. I think the two saves I've got going on at the moment are the most fun. It's the most fun pair of saves I've ever had running at the same time, I think. Because they're both so different from what I normally do that I'm having to think about them a little bit more. Stuff like Non-League to Legend or a normal Road to Glory, I can kind of just put them on autopilot. I know what I'm doing. I know roughly how long they're going to be, and I know they're going to end in a Champions League win, because they always do, because I'm an exceptional talent. But these two, I mean, either of them could end in the sack. Either of them could end in defeat. There's no guarantees I'm going to win. I'm even going to get to the top division in either of them. It's brilliant. What's my opinions on the Super League? It's a brilliant idea. I'm fully in favour of it. Or it's dumb. We talked about it a lot earlier. It's obviously dumb. It's just dumb. But I'm not that bothered because I don't watch the Premier League. Because I think the Premier League's pretty dumb as well. So it's just an extension of what's already wrong with top level football. Home is hard because of the restriction, and the other hard thing about home is every day without fail. Even bear in mind, we're 10. Oh, what a goal from Roundtree! That's a left back's just done that. Bear in mind, we're 80 plus episodes into the home series now. It's literally called Homegrown. And every day you'll get someone in the comments section going, Kev, your transfers have been really poor in this save. Why don't you just go out and buy some championship quality players? Never thought of that. You genius. Well done. Do you want to take over? Oh, the yawning has begun. We'll see how frequent that gets. It's like when my yawning waters have just broken. If my yawns get too close together, we'll have to end the stream. We're now monitoring my TBY. Reading the comments just seems like a big facepalm moment. I know. Favourite player at home? Got to be Harrison Davis. Or Renan. One of those two, probably. I honestly don't think he will because he part owns Salford. Oh, what are we talking about? Neville. But you've made a mistake by selling Williams. Oh, someone actually said that today. I actually got someone telling me I'd made a mistake selling Alex Williams today. Oh, well, I wish I hadn't sold him then. Problem is, we're ending the stream soon, is that we're now suddenly doing really well again. Should have clicked resign. I didn't want to resign. Mrs. Wearmouth is a monster. She'd have let me go. Mark's been sat there as a coach for the last 5 years since his previous manager job flopped. And I haven't even given him his assistant manager's job back yet. He's ready to step in. Slam Dunk's a manager now. He could step in. It's too risky. I don't ever feel like I have job security. Maybe that's why you haven't made the Premier League, Mark. It's not in his right element. There's one reason only why we've not made the Premier League. Last season was insane. We got 99 points. Every other season in the history of football, that would have been enough, not just to get promoted to the Premier League, but win the championship. We got 99 points and somehow didn't get promoted. So there's nothing we can do about that, really. Why is the stream titled Last Day of Term? Because it's the last day of term. Everyone can bring a toy. I'm not streaming for a week after this. Can you nickname clubs in FM? I don't think so. Right, here's a question for you. Anna's supposed to be trying to stay up till like 3 a.m. tonight because she starts nights tomorrow night. We saw her about 2 hours ago wandering around. She came in briefly. I predict when I finish this stream, she's going to be fast asleep on the sofa. She won't have gone to bed because she's staying up. She will be fast asleep on the sofa. Guaranteed. Or lying on her big beanbag on the living room floor that she likes to sit on, fast asleep. Do we think Anna will still be awake when the stream ends? Do I not pick my training schedule? No. Fiddling with training schedules is for nerds. It's not needed. Makes no difference. Nerds love a bit of that. They like to nerds love to pretend that clicking all the buttons makes a difference. I refer you to this Premier League table. It's our second season in the Premier League. After getting promoted from the Championship. Second season in the Premier League. Not touch training. Training's for nerds. Only way to find out is take the roaming camera with me at the end. Nerds equals Zealand. Oh yeah, Zealand's like the king of the nerds. Does Anna's schedule mean I miss every other streamer showdown then? At the moment, yeah. That's how it's working out. She does every 8 weeks, which is falling in the last 2 weeks of the month. Sorry, the last week of the month, which is when the showdown happens. So yeah, it's not ideal at the moment. That's for sure. Who should I support then? Can't bring myself to support Zealand. Well, he's not in it either. So you can't support him. Yeah, you got to go Team Clates. Can't resist pushing buttons. I need to feel in control. I am in control. And winning. I prefer the narrative that Kev doesn't do even numbered showdowns. Until I'm Kevy 6 times, then I won't do odd numbered showdowns. It all depends on how many times I've won it previously. Right, what have we got going on here then? He shouldn't be that. There's another one for you. This might be our last game. We're getting to that point. It's a long time since I've been up this late 2 nights in a row. I'm too old for this. I'm nearly 30. Would you believe I'm nearly 30 now? I'm getting too old for this. Maybe we need to turn this ship around to keep me awake. Nah. Will Anna be awake when the stream ends? 77% voted no. Brilliant. I didn't realise that was a poll. We keep going behind in games. I don't care for it. Bum, 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 bum. Has anyone else ever won the streamer showdown more than once? No. Which is why I don't want Clates or Matt to win this one. Because I want that record to maintain. Obviously, I don't want Ben to win because he'll somehow try and claim that he's the greatest winner of all time and that his 1 is worth more than my 5. He'll have it all planned already. It's obviously be absolute bobbins, but he'll have it ready. So if we rule those 3 out, we've got to pick from the other 6 about who we want to win. Told me to support Clates. Oh yeah, you should support Clates, but I don't want him to win. Clates is awesome because he does things the Kev way. Clates and Tom basically just copied my system and do it my way. I almost count them as 6 and 7. I'm Kevy 7 times. If you count people doing things exactly how I would do them, I'm Kevy 7 times. But I think it plays nicely into my narrative of they're all a bunch of losers if Looney Hoon comes in and wins first time. Bates actually uses tactics. So you haven't been watching the last like 10 showdowns then, and watching me actually use tactics. We haven't been using preset plug-in tactics since season 2 of the FM20 showdowns. That was the very old narrative. We moved away from that a long time ago. But the people who aren't paying attention still think that's what's going on. Silly gooses. I think Work the Space will win. He's got to win one soon, surely. He's quite good at Football Manager. If Work the Space decides to take it seriously, and that's a big if because he probably won't draft a goalkeeper, but because of the restrictions, he also can't go and waste all of his money on his attack because there won't be enough attack for him to get. So almost by default, Jack's going to have a squad that's as evenly balanced as any other, at which point I think he has a good chance. So I think I might be backing Jack. But it'll be the only time he ever wins, because he won't realise that he wins because he's being forced into doing a more balanced squad. And he'll go back to doing it his stupid way from next one on. Will I be watching? I'll be watching as much as I can. Obviously, with Anna being on nights, she starts at 7. So I can't be there at the very start. Or she starts, it sort of varies. It's between 7 and 8-ish. So I'll probably miss most of the first hour. And then I'll miss another half hour or so around Andy's bedtime at 10. But I'll watch everything else around that. It's very good evening's entertainment. What are the rules for the next one? It's English nationality players only. And we had quite a deep dive on the stream last night. That if you're just looking at English nationality players, you think if everyone's drafting 3 strikers, that means somebody's going to have the 27th best English striker. There's going to be some absolute trash in this one. If everyone drafts 4 centre-backs, that means somebody's going to have the 36th best English centre-back. Can you imagine how bad the 36th best English centre-back is? Ivan Toney, I think, was the 19th best English striker when we sorted it by current ability. Ivan Toney should be a pretty early pick. Once the likes of Vardy and Kane and Abraham have gone, I don't think you go too far down this. Callum Wilson probably before Vardy, before Toney. I don't think you go too far down before someone goes for Ivan Toney. Andy Carroll, I think, was the 28th best striker. So he's the one who theoretically should miss out. But of course, someone's going to draft him anyway because they've heard of him. So Carroll will get in on that basis. But he's not actually in the best 27 English strikers anymore. Current ability. Ollie Watkins was in, definitely. Unless someone goes strikerless. I don't know that Lee can go strikerless with this kind of draft rule, because he needs very specific players to fit his system. Who plays the SMS role? Who's English? There's no one, is there? I think Dwight Gale was in the top 27 as well, yeah. Maddison, Sterling, Foden, none of them can do the SMS big lump role. Remember, most of his goals were coming from set pieces. He wasn't in there as a creative force. He was in there as a shadow striker. He was basically playing as a deep target man. Kane's probably the closest. But is he likely to get Harry Kane? He's going to be top 3 picks for everyone, surely. Because that's the other thing this time. Because it's such a limited draft pool, every high-value player will go and go quick because nobody's going to have to pay attention to budget. Everyone's going to have loads of money left over. No one's going to be able to spend £500 million because they're going to be having to get people like Ivan Toney, who's going to be really cheap. Right, who are we playing next? Stoke. We'll do one more game, I think. Squeeze one more game in. A long car wants a loan. Oh, no, he doesn't. There we go. We talked him out of it. Brilliant. Foxy will end up with Fraser Forster as AMC. Well, that's Jack's keeper, isn't it? Jack will go for him in goal. And for once, it'll actually make a bit more sense. Come on! Is there anybody still watching at this point who hasn't clicked the Manscaped link yet? Because devastated if that's the case. I want them to come on as a long-term partner. I need everyone to click the link. If you'll click the link, if you don't buy, that's their fault. I got you to click. It's the main thing. If you didn't buy when you got there, that feels like a them problem. But you should buy because the ball deodorant's brilliant. Your balls will thank you. Exactly. Your balls will thank you. Because those of you who watch the vlog, I'm sure will agree, it was the greatest ever ad spot I've ever done. I really enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun. I want them to come on with a long-term deal. Like, I've been working with Skillshare for like 6 months now. I want, and like NordVPN are on a long-term deal. I want a long-term deal with Manscaped because they're brilliant. But in order to secure that, this first one needs to go well. When's the vlog of me trimming my balls? Now, that's against the terms of service. As you said, you can't believe you're being paid to talk about your balls. Exactly. My balls feel amazing at the moment. Hours after I put my deodorant on, they're still dry. It's glorious. I might revitalise them when I go out for bed. If you've never revitalised your balls, you've not lived. Right, last game of the stream. Come on then. Here we go. So Yuri Tielemans playing for Stoke. That feels wrong to me. It's too good for Stoke. Then I guess we're in season 11. He's probably 1,000 years old. Diamores. Boom. Diekmeyer. He's getting better and better. It took him a while to settle in. He is getting good. Stoke had some decent players at one point. Yeah, but we're a long way from that 1 point now. It's the battle of the red stripies. It's a lovely pass from Diamores. And a lovely finish from Diekmeyer. Now we know what will be inside the collar of the ball shirts. If you've never revitalised your balls, you've not lived. Exactly. Do do be do do. Do do be do do. Ah, do do be do do. Boom. Diamores! He's injured, though. We should probably take him off. That feels like a 8 days time Kev problem. Kev can worry about that a week on Monday during the next stream. But now I'm going to run him into the ground. Has Gomez got himself sent off here? Oh, that's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous. Right, that's my reason to take off Diamores, because we can bring on another midfielder. And no. Oh, 20 minutes of this now. No. Go on, in there. Hey. That's much quicker than it's ever been before. There you go, we'll do that. Kev, how are you? My 2-year-old son has started grinning like crazy. Now his grin is so wide it almost splits his face in two, and it makes me want to smile every time he smiles. That's very cool. The ego in me thought that was going to end with every time he sees your streams. I was going to like, oh, that's cool. But no, just he's happy anyway, regardless of my presence, which is fine. I guess that's okay. I suppose it's okay for babies to be happy if it's not directly related to me. May have to get Manscaped stuff at the end of the month. Hooray! Discount code Chapman at checkout. First question, have you ever vitalized your balls? Weirdly, no. I've only revitalized my balls. Which I guess we're working on the assumption that they're vitalized when we're born, and then they become less vitalized over the years, and then you revitalize them with the little spritz of the old... Yeah, they're naturally vitalized. They wake up, I guess when you get out of the shower and you put your deodorant on, they're pretty vitalized then. But as the day goes on, and you chafe them against your underpants and sit on them if you're not careful, if you're old like me, and all that, they become less vitalized. That's when you need to give them a little spritz. Tweeted a pic of me and my boy watching your stream tonight. Beautiful. See, that's the kind of content we're all here for. Josivan's coming on. Possibly the most disappointing Brazilian wonder kid I've ever signed. Come on, gentlemen. Let's not throw this away. We were 2-0 up and it was all very comfortable. Obafemi always scores against me and it's very frustrating. He's going to do it again, isn't he? He's so happy. He was giggling at my girlfriend the other day when she went to put an odd shoes and socks. Nice. Ba, 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 ba. Right, Diekmeyer's coming off as well. We're just making all the substitutions today. I don't know what to do. I've clicked on this too soon, so now it's not going to let me make the change. But if I cancel, no. So I guess do I confirm? I now don't know if he's coming on. Or I might have glitched it out there. Oh, that's a finish. Are you allowed on Twitch if you have a girlfriend? It's a good question. Right, has that change actually gone through? No, of course it hasn't. And now it can't. Fantastic. I hate Football Manager sometimes. Hate it. Are we going to get another red card here? Spectacular. I mean. We'll do this. So, down to 9 men then. 9 men and one of them's injured. This is fine. Everything's going to be fine. I'd love to sub him, but we've got no substitutions left. Because we also had the substitution glitch happen. See, even injured, he can still get his tackle in. That should be part of the Manscaped advert as well. What league are we in? The Premier League. Missed to hydrate. Well, I've got nothing to hydrate with. I can pretend. But I finished that like an hour ago. Manscaped are having a sale. You can use your code on top. Just got £150 worth of stuff for £65. My balls will thank me. That's brilliant. Do be like Liam. Do what Liam did. If you lose this, it's being proper FM'd. I know. But then I guess Stoke are looking at it thinking they're being FM'd. We're down to 10 men. 9 men with an injury, and we've still beaten them despite them having better XG. Somehow we've got away with one there. That feels like the kind of result where if you get a win there, you're going to win the league. I feel like we're going to win the league. Everyone's so tired, though. Future Kev has got a task on his hand. On his hand. Just the one. I guess Football Manager is played one-handed. He's got a task on his hand when we come back a week tomorrow, because it is now summer holidays in April. So we're going to wrap it up there. Remember, week off incoming. I'll obviously still be doing 2 YouTube videos a day throughout. I don't know why I'm moving this around. We'll still be doing 2 YouTube videos a day throughout, but for the next week, there's going to be no streams because Anna's working nights. So we will we'll be having a little bit of a break. But first, let's find someone to raid. Who shall we raid? We shall raid. We're going to raid Embreezy because he's just been announced to be involved in the showdown. You can all go and say, congratulations, Embreezy, on being involved in the showdown. That's really cool. I can't remember what he's doing. I think he might be on the lowdown or the breakdown or some kind of down, the hoedown. I don't know, some kind of down. Go and tell him about the down. I hope that's it. I hope I've got his name right there. But go and say congratulations to him. He's a long-time subscriber here, which is awesome. And I will see you in just over a week's time. Toodle pip, boys and girls.
Doing very, very well to get to this point. Oh, Kev, you big dog. Thank you very much for the raid, man.